Hello, guys, and welcome to Cricket Caviar. Grenada, what a place! One of the islands which has been non Americanized, and I loved the way the crowd came in with the Grenada flags, the red, yellow, and the green, and how they enjoyed the cricket and that rhythm of the Grenada music and the continuous sounds that were coming out of the ground were so enjoyable. It was such a pleasure to watch the cricket in Grenada after a fantastic test match in Barbados. I was hoping that West Indies would compete even more in Grenada, and it seemed so when Australia were 50 for 3, and after that, they got bowled out eventually for 286, but they were 110 for 5. I mean, that was an incredible comeback from West Indies, and some poor bowling from West Indies, and an incredible comeback from Australia to come from 110 for 5 to make 286. And really credit to Alex Carey how he has been playing with a clutch knock even in the first test when Australia were leading by 154. He took that lead to 300 within a session with some aggressive batting. He's stepping down the pitch to the fast bowlers and making a mark 93 runs in this test match. Even if you take away that 93 runs, I think West Indies are very close to a victory. They have a below 200 target to chase in the fourth innings. But coming to West Indies, I thought you brought Darren Sammy speaks big words. So the big words are not going to win you test matches, Mr. Darren Sammy. You said don't glorify batters who have averaged of 25, targeting Cavem Hodge or Alec Athanaze. Well, what happened in this series, Mr. Darren Sammy? None of your batters could reach a score of 50 except for Brandon King, who is the only player across the four innings to reach a score of 50 plus. And you brought in Shai Hope, who has an average of 25. What happened with Shai Hope after that one innings of 48? Is 48 the maximum potential that Shai Hope can reach? After that, he shelled a catch of Alex Carey when they were 200 for 5. I mean, why did you get rid of Joshua De Silva? He could have taken that simple catch at least. Yes, he took one fluke catch going one-handed to Travis Head, but he dropped a simple catch. And then his poor show with the batting, he's getting all tangled up, confused with Pat Cummins outswingers. He doesn't know what to do. What about backing Kesey Carty, who hasn't done anything except for edging and creating brilliant moments, athletic moments for Pat Cummins? I mean, forget all these. Let's discuss John Campbell, who was playing so beautifully for 40 runs, playing conventional strokes and scoring easily. What was the need to step down the wicket and create, try to flick that over the leg stump and get out in the first innings? He was scoring so well. So only credit to Brandon King, who actually played a brilliant knock in this test match and scored 75 runs. The only 50 for West Indies in this series. The batsmen haven't stepped up. In fact, the bowlers are having to do their job as well as the batters' job. Like we saw in this test also, Shamar Joseph, Alzari Joseph, and even Anderson Phillip. The last wicket partnership between Anderson Phillip and Jaden Seals also tried to fight a lot. They took the score from 180 for 7 to 253. The last 3 or 4 wickets adding around 80 runs. We saw that fight from the tail in that first innings. And again, at the first innings, the difference was just 33 runs. Similar to first test where, Australia actually trailed by 10 runs and West Indies were leading by 10 runs. This time, Australia just trailed by 33 runs. And then comes Alzari Joseph, who was bowling really well in this test match, trapping Usman Khwaja the same way. And he comes and he makes it 4 for 2. And we all have hopes that, oh wow, now they are effectively 37 for 2. At the end of the day, they were effectively 45 for 2. What a great chance for West Indies third day. But again, uh, it was brilliance from Webster, Carey, like Cameron Green and Steve Smith actually stood up in the second innings. Uh, yeah, that was a great partnership. I guess no chances there for West Indies to take, but uh, again, too many balls to comfort zone of Steve Smith, which was bowled outside off stump and not the straight. As soon as they came straight, they got his wicket, which was of medium pace of Justin Greaves. So totally wrong line. Everyone knows in world cricket that Steve Smith struggles against the straighter ball and the leg stump ball. Then why did you start bowling to him outside of where he's very comfortable clocking that cover drives? Cameron Green was totally out of form. You allowed him to get to form, but still, I think it was a great effort by West Indies bowling to get Australia out for 200, 40, and the target was only 277. I mean, some application should have been shown in the fourth innings. The two fourth innings have been so similar. Like there has been no application shown, no intent of staying at the wicket, and they're just getting out. And I'm so sad about Craig Brathwaite, who is playing his 100th Test. And again, Darren Sammy is now putting the whole blame on Craig Brathwaite because he's the only member of the earlier Test team. But what have the new guys done whom Darren Sammy bought and he was jumping with joy that I've bought in these guys? What has Roston Chase done except for those beautiful flick shots? When Nathan Lyon is picking wickets on this track, why can't Roston Chase pick even a single wicket? What is the problem there? Your job is not to just play great flick shots and look, the uber cool Caribbean batsman. You have to pick wickets, Mr. Roston Chase and Mr. Darren Sammy, who dropped Kevin Hodge after average of 28 and 30 in Australia. Why don't you answer what you have done to this West Indies team who are doing well enough? They won a Test match in Pakistan. They competed well in England, and now they're losing pathetically at home. They're losing absolutely badly at home. What response do you have, Mr. Darren Sammy? What have you done with this team? Only speaking big words. We are going to reach 6th. We are going to finish 6th in the World Test Championship. How will you finish 6th? You are going to play India. You are going to play Sri Lanka. You are going to play Pakistan. You are going for all these overseas tours, and you don't have a decent spinner. You had Jomel Warrican. Why didn't you play him in this Test match? Anderson Phillip didn't make a great difference. Yes, he picked the wicket up front of Sam Constas, but anyone could have picked Sam Constas. I mean, you brought in Anderson Phillips to pick a 4-for or 5-for and support maybe Jaden Seals or Shamar Joseph, who was expected to struggle after their heroics in the first Test. Alzari Joseph stood up. Where was that 5-for from Anderson Phillip you brought him for? I mean, I don't know what to say, man. I'm extremely disappointed. But guys, let's hope that things turn around for West Indies. Day-night Test match, the first ever. I'm really excited. The first ever day-night Test match is coming from Sabina Park, Jamaica, and after a long time, we are going to actually see a match at Sabina Park, and it will be even more. I'm even more enthusiastic to see a day-night Test match, and that will start at midnight in Indian Standard Time. But we will be following it and we'll be seeing that match. West Indies needs to change their approach. Some of the batters have totally lost it. They must learn from Brandon King how he played after a pathetic debut he had in the first, where he actually did well with the bat, but just that he was fielding very poorly. Shai Hope, John Campbell, Kesey Carty. Kesey Carty has, to be honest, looked good. He has tried to stay in, but the others need to just focus on their batting and come out of this rut. You can't be taking the Test matches to day 4 and then losing them so easily. I don't know what to say. It's better not to take the play so much and put so much exertion and go to day 4 and lose like this so badly. So that's it from my end. West Indies fans, what do you have to say about Darren Sammy and this team? Should Kevin Hodge be back? Should Alec Cathinins be back? What do you think about that? And please let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching our channel. Please do subscribe our channel, Cricket Caviar.